Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 11 on the BiffaTech server. I am really excited today because I think we might be getting rid of windmills. Oh my goodness. Windmills are fantastic, don't get me wrong, but they, if you get too many of them, and let's be honest, we need quite a few of them if we're going to run a base. But you get too many of them and they start generating lag, as anything that you load up on will. So, I've got my calculator mast here. Look at that. 47,800,000 RF stored in this thing. And that's pretty crazy. Now, this could be expanded, but it's not exactly what we're doing. If we come underneath, I finally discovered, and somebody commented, that you can pull power out of the bottom. And yeah, when I originally tested it, I couldn't get anything to hook up to this thing. But now I've got some energy conduit coming down to a bunch of calculator machines. So this is a precision chamber, and we've got the precision chamber, which uses an extraction chamber. To get the weakened diamonds for the extraction chamber, you just put a diamond through an algorithm separator, and you get 4 weakened diamonds and a little bit of lapis, which was nice. And, whoop, not you. And you get your extraction chamber, and then 4 more diamonds and 4 blocks of reinforced iron. You get a precision chamber, which goes a little faster and guarantees you will get circuits every single time. And really, circuits are the name of the game in calculator. So, once you get a circuit out of this thing, I had all this automated and set up, and it was going too fast. So there's a damaged circuit. It gets put into a processing chamber, and then it gets pulled down into the analyzer. And actually, in here, a circuit can hold up to 6 items, including things like diamonds and nether stars and all that, although it's very, very rare. I think out of all the processing that I did, I got a diamond. Mostly you get, I got a bunch of tools, which of course I don't really need, because I've got the super duper tools. None of them I've got these ones. But you also, let's see, in here, you also get things like broccoli seeds, which are kind of cool. And I got a grenade, I got a few of the power cubes, but I've also upgraded to the flawless calculator. Oop. And somebody's woke up, so I will be back. And we're back. I don't know if you could hear my our boarder making pizza, or nuking pizza for breakfast. Which, I like cold pizza for breakfast, but maybe that's just me. So the flawless calculator, if you shift right click, you can choose which sort of crafting you want to do. Normal crafting. Not enough energy. That's right, I forgot to charge the silly thing. Dude. Holds a bunch of RF. Holy moly, look at it go. Is it gonna do 100,000, do you think? Wow, 100,000 RF. Okay, so in normal... Oh, it's just a plain old crafting table. And then flawless crafting. does addition, then division by something that's been added. That looks like it'll be interesting. Storage module. Gives you a double chest to store things in. That's handy. And energy module, I'm guessing allows it to do a bunch of energy, but you've got all these empty module spaces. And you can fill those with, I could put another storage, a warp, which is basically you make a special piece of stone and you shift right click on it, and then you can warp to that location from any other location within the same dimension. Jump is sort of a RF powered ender pearls. Hunger module and health module I am fairly interested in looking at, but I'll probably use the nutrition module, which combines the two. Then you've got the basic terrain module. You got all sorts of modules you can stick in your calculators. So right now I'm going to hold on to the dynamic crafting because that lets us do the basic calculator and the scientific calculator and the atomic calculator all from this little handheld device. And so we've got all this happening, and this is kind of a jumbled mess. It was just a temporary thing while I was messing around with it. If I need to make a bunch more of these stable circuits, you see right underneath where it says circuit says stable, and these are really important. If it says analyze, chances are it's junk, and you can get rid of it. I threw a couple. These are the only ones that are really used for anything. And they're used to make controlled fuel, which has an 80,000 burn time, which I think might do well in making mana. So I am not entirely happy with our mana setup out here. These generate a ton of mana, but they only do it for 45 seconds every 5 minutes. And yeah, that takes a lot of AFKing to get these mana pools filled back up, and these haven't been full in a while. But I took down... Ooh, I need to finish fixing up the water there. I took down the smeltery we had over there. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more smelting, but yeah, today's big game is going to be calculators, and specifically doing with these stable circuits. So I'm going to go get some stuff set up, and I will be back. Whole bunch of reinforced stone to make a whole bunch of reinforced stone brick. To turn into a whole bunch of stable stone. Bunch of enriched coal. And enriched gold. Bunch of power cubes. Now, purified coal to get a bunch of energy modules that don't stack. Darn it! Bunch of redstone into the algorithm separator. Bunch of calculator assemblies for a ton of advanced assemblies. Now we make a bunch of calculator plugs, which do stack good. Now we need a couple of atomic assemblies. And to begin, and now we can make a calculator locator That's exciting! Now we just need a locator module. And done! Actually, let's come in here and grab my angel block. Now, the scary thing about this is it can explode. But if we do it right, there shouldn't be much danger of it, and it should probably be safe enough. So we'll place our block. And I'm silly. I need... Don't remember what I need. What did I come down here for? Let me see. Right, we need the circuits. So let's load ourselves up with all of these. Oh! Drat. We'll come back out here. If I can get out the door. And... let's see. F3 and G. Ooh. Oh. That's my husband. He woke up with a stubby nose. So we're going to start building a structure up here. Let's see. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And we bring this around like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And boy, these look kind of funky with the connected textures. Done! Didn't need quite so much stable stone after all. Now, we put calculator plugs on all of these. And you don't actually have to build them too deep like this. You can just go 1 deep, but I had enough circuits, so I figured why not go 2 deep? You can, of course, go much larger as well. The calculator mod has a pretty decent wiki setup. So if you want to learn more about this, go check out the wiki. We are going to now stick stable circuits in each of the plugs. And this is what is going to allow this thing to operate without blowing up, I believe. I'm still pretty new to this mod. I think this mod is generally pretty new anyways. But I thought this looked really cool. So I wanted to build one for you guys. We need 2 more, which is not a problem. We can get rid of this. And oh, that's much easier. Now we take the locator module and we right click it to set us up as the owner, And then, oh man. $6,000 RF per tick out of this little guy. 6,000 RF per tick ain't all bad. But I think we can do better. And it stores millions of RF. That's handy. It's 100% stable, so we shouldn't blow up. I think we can do better. 6,000 RF ain't bad, almost 7. But I want to see if we can get that up to like 20. So I'm going to take a little while and basically all we do, well, is feed this thing cobble, and then I turn that always active. What do I do? Set that to insert, and it gets cobble. We've got the overflow storage. We are getting analyzed circuits. And already there's a stable. Stable, stable. Somebody's fighting a wither. I need to do that again. Oh, stable. And yeah, I've got a whole bunch of speed upgrades and energy upgrades in these things, so it goes pretty quick. I will be back. So once it's time to upgrade this, we want to come here and remove the locator module first. Now I think we should be good. And I'm actually going to extend this in an odd fashion, trying to keep it all in the same chunk. And since we built it right against the border, I'm going to come out like this. And let's see. Oh, better. We're going to come out 2 here. And we're going to come out 1 on this side. So I think that should move the center over to here. Looks like. Yes. And just in case, I'm going to remove this circuit and see if we can pop that off. Yes. Ominous sound. Then we want a hole there. We'll put that down there. Put this at the center. The calculator locator always has to be at the center. And then what in the world is going on with my inventory? We'll reinstall that. So when the new ones come in, they will go around like that, and we will have it centered again. Then we can reinstall the locator module, and you pull power out the bottom right here. So, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. First, I gotta go create a whole bunch more of these calculator plugs. So, be right back. Lightning strike. Now we've got our 7x7. We'll toss this in here and hope. Maybe. That ownerly SR stability multi-block active. Why are you not active? We got 7x7, all surrounded by stable stone. That should be working. Well, shoot. Huh. Also, while I was getting all those circuits, I got this advanced terrain module. And the advanced terrain module is a block swapper. So if I wanted to come over here and change all of this stuff out for grass, make it all match, I could set this thing to grass and give it RF, and if I had the grass in my inventory, it would swap those out. But let us come down here. I've got an info calculator. The info calculator just gives you information about all the different stuff and things. And we want to find maybe generation. Calculator locator. Ah, good. Usually it should give you a bunch of information, but stabilize the locator to avoid any dangerous sound effects like explosions. Okay, I guess I'm going to do some research then and find out why this isn't working. Aha! So it turns out that it's only active. All I had to do was set it up to send some power, and I guess it only generates when this is not full. So now we're generating almost 13,000 RF per tick, so looks like one more layer will get us up over our 20,000, which is the most that this thing can send. Also, I found out that you don't need the corners, so save you a little tiny bit on the stone. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to expand this one more time and see if we can hit 20k. Quick note on circuits. If you hover over them and press U, a lot of them will only have these for their uses, but several of them have more uses. Like these red ones, when combined with this stuff, give you speed upgrades. So they're handy. And these give you void upgrades, which basically means that if this thing gives you dirt or seeds or something fairly useless like that, it gets voided. These are energy upgrades, so they use energy better. These I've been tossing out, but I think I'm going to make a carbon dioxide generator because one of these on this run left me a flawless greenhouse, which is kind of cool. Might be my next source of food. We'll find out. Anyways, just wanted to let you know, if you're going through and doing calculator as well, don't automatically throw out all the non-stable circuits, because some of them are very useful. Okay, here we are up to an 9 by 9, and we're gonna put the gizmo in. Haha, 20,000. Excellent. So that's not terribly bad. It's all just a bunch of stone. Well, there's a lot of gold involved. That's about the hardest part. But oop, as something falls and scares the dog. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I might just stack a couple of these up and use this for my power. It should be, well, it's a lot quieter, and it should be less lag-inducing. I don't know, multi-block structures tend to be a little bit laggy, but depending on how this was coded, it's possible that it does the stability check once, and as long as you don't break parts, I don't know. Anyways, that, I think, is going to be our new power generation magig. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if it'll say in here. Well, Callow, need to make your base private unless you want to share power with everybody. No. I'll have to double check, but I think this can only send like 20 or 23,000 RF per tick, which is an awful lot of power. To be honest, unless I'm running my digital miner, I'm probably not going to use more than 20,000 RF per tick. But yeah, very excited. Well, this is a surprise. I started taking down the, what do you call it? All the calculator plugs and everything that we had right up in my head right here. And it turns out the moment that I broke the locator plug, is that right? Oh, it's in the chest. The moment that I broke the center part of that whole generator thing, the server crashed. So right now, I'm going to say that calculator power gen, little bit buggy, unfortunately. So I've taken down the conductor mast and luckily didn't crash the server there. I'm fairly certain that the conductor mast that we had right here was crashing the server about 80% of the time when this chunk was loaded and unloaded. So I'm sorry for all the crashes recently. If you have a conductor mast, I recommend that you take it out. You know, by all means, make all the tools and stuff that you're going to want. But yeah, I think the power gen of calculator is slightly broken. I'm not certain what exactly is going on. But it does seem to help to have the chunk loaded. I've chunk loaded, you know, this chunk right here, which goes right up to this wall. If we do our thing, all my machines are on the other side of the chunk border, which is unfortunate. But that's where the mast was. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed. I was looking forward to having some better power gen, but if the server was going to crash every time I tried to enter or load my chunk, that would have been not so good. So I don't really have any other plans for this episode. I was thinking about getting into some better managing, but short of the Kakemurus, which means building a great big cake machine or something along those lines, I can't really think of better managing than the lava thing that we've got going. So, I think I'm going to call this a short episode. If you've enjoyed it, I do hope you'll leave a like and let me know what you liked. Leave a comment and I'll see if I can do more of that stuff. If you're new to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing so that I can see all of you next time.